Bill and I, we're running this show. Digital land, let the blockchain flow. Pod to the cast, we ride the air. NFT dreams like we just don't care. Metaverse wild, like a zombie horde. Earth to terrain, we're never bored. VeVe collectibles stacking high. Bill and I, we touch the sky. Digital world, we rule this space. NFT riches, we're on the chase. Metaverse dreams, a brand new guide. Zombie and Bill side by side. Yeah. Bill lays down wisdom like it's gold. I'm the zombie breaking every mold. Virtual lands where our roots grow deep. Podcasts alive, we never sleep. Podcast kings in the cyber realm. Forward thinking, we at the helm. Digital land, new frontiers we take. Binary zone that we co-create. Digital world, we rule this space. NFT riches, we're on the chase. Metaverse dreams, a brand new guide. Zombie and Bill side by side. Digital world, we rule this space. NFT riches, we're on the chase.
And the transition.
And the fade out.
What's up?
What's good, brother?
Nothing. Just made it back in time. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Feeling
Let's
good?
pull up Josh. Let's not waste time.
Yeah.
Josh,
What's going on, guys?
what's good? What's good?
Hey,
How are you guys?
Thanks for joining us today.
Of course. Thanks for the invite.
Good. Are you somewhere where it's like freezing?
Yeah, we got another big snow dump like last night. So we got like about 1.5 feet of snow on the ground right now. I'm in Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bill's got some cold weather too. Strangely enough, I'm in Colorado and it's like warm here. No snow.
Right now in December?
Yeah, like straight up
wow.
like warm. You could wear shorts
Yeah, that's
outside if
crazy.
you wanted to.
Bill, where are you?
North of Cleveland, so I get hit pretty hard with the
Okay.
snow too.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
we got some kind of polar storm coming or something.
Yeah.
That might be what we
Always
just got.
something
I don't
coming.
know. Yeah. So, but yeah, lots of snow on the ground. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the presentation there in your background, man. That's pretty cool.
thank you. It was supposed to be a temporary background, and then I ended up just keeping it. So I
Yeah.
found it in like 2 minutes, but really appreciate it.
and it's stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been a fan of your show for a while now. I think I saw you when you first kind of started putting out content, and I was like, dude, this guy's doing it right. You know, the level of quality and time and effort you put into your show, you know, Collectors Gone Digital, it showed right away, you know.
Thank you. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah. It's been a bit of a grind, a few years at this point now. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, really appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, what got you into the space like VeVe and you know, deciding to be a content creator in it?
I originally got into VeVe through the token, actually. So I got in, I bought the token in March of 2021. And then because I was doing a little bit of research on the token, I found the app, downloaded the app. And then it took me a couple of months before I bought my first collectible. I bought the first one, I think, in April, somewhere around there, April, June. And then, yeah, from there, kind of just fell in love with it. It was just easy to kind of get started, right? But in terms of the content creation, it was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. Definitely did not think of where it could go. I just kind of looked at the community at the time and saw that there wasn't like a lot of content creators, and I just felt like I had more to add. So
Yeah.
spur of the moment, created it, made my first video, I think September of 2022, I want to say. September 1st, I think.
Mhm.
And that's all she wrote. So what's going on, guys?
Pacey in the house. Are you familiar with Earth 2 at all?
I know the name. I know a little bit about it, but not a ton. I've actually seen some of the content you guys were posting from the streams, gliding around and all that.
Yeah, I've been grinding.
Everybody
Yeah.
trying to kill Bill.
Yeah, so I put out a bounty for myself just to make it more fun and to give out a big plot of land. And then the land keeps increasing the longer I can get away. And
very cool.
yesterday, I was only going to do an hour stream yesterday. I was like 55 minutes or almost an hour in. And I'm in the middle of Peru and in the middle of nowhere. It's a duplicate of the Earth, basically. And I'm in Peru, the Peruvian mountains, thinking I'm just okay. I'm just harvesting some cactus or something. And this dude just lunges this spear like right next to me. I'm like, ah! And I jump on my glider and just like fly away.
That's funny.
It was a hot pursuit for about 20 minutes, and then I got away. Luckily.
So how long does it take to travel if it's kind of like a replica of the world? Can you just fast travel, I assume?
Yeah. So right now with the glider, it makes you move fast.
Right.
But otherwise, it's just running like you'd really be running down a street.
Oh, shoot. So if you want to go from Canada down to Mexico, you got to make the trek?
Yeah. So
wow.
I actually was going to plan a stream where I just continually ran from Peru through the mountains along. I have to go along a river stream because you have to keep drinking water to stay alive, and work my way up the Amazon River all the way up through Brazil and out through the top. But it would honestly take me, I think one of the community members, Spectrum, he was saying about 174 days.
He calculated it. Yeah.
174 days. Well, that's just probably an hour or two streaming each day.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a unique aspect to the game. That's really cool. There's a few games that come to mind that have had that, because I remember some large MMOs back in the day. They're still popular right now, but where you got to get from like one kingdom to the next, and it takes like a couple weeks, and no fast travel. So once you're there, you're kind of stuck, and you know that influences your decisions. So
the fast travel will be coming. Right now, this is just like a testing phase. So there's going to be ships and robots and stuff like that. You can, and even portal gateways you can use now too to enter from one end of the world to the next.
Nice.
But it costs crypto, to do that. So
and it burns it.
And it burns it too. Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting element. Earth 2's been out for a long time. They're just now really starting to put out some good content. So that's why I've been covering it.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'll have to check out more.
When Earth 2 got boring, I went to VeVe. And then, jumped into VeVe, and now Earth 2's starting to ramp up a little bit. So I kind of jump back and forth.
So when did you guys start with VeVe? Like what I was like April or June of 2021. Were you guys same year or?
Yeah, same year, I believe. Right, Bill? You're the same thing?
Yeah, I was in May.
Okay. Yeah,
May I bought the DeLorean.
I started seeing TikToks about Earth 2 and the metaverse. I ignored it for about 2 weeks or something, and I'm kicking myself because the prices are kind of gauged by how many people buy. So if more people buy, the higher the price starts to go, and it's locked in so it doesn't go back down. So, America started out at 10 cents a tile. And now, God, I don't even know where we're at. For tier 1 land, I believe it's like $100, maybe more. So it's dependent on how many people get in. So when I got in, I believe America was like at like 40 cents or something, somewhere around there, I want to say. And it just started growing quick. It went super viral. I believe it was Facebook's fastest growing campaign or something, advertising campaign, I want to say.
Interesting.
Yeah, it went crazy. So I got into that, and then I wanted to look up content about Earth 2, and there was only like 1 or 2 people doing it, and that's how I found Randy Chavez. And then, watching his content, he kind of stumbled his way into VeVe through what was that chain that VeVe Omi used to be on?
Shoot. Not collect. I was going to say collect chain, but no.
That's how long it's been.
Before IMX. I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah, their original blockchain kind of popped up when he was doing some research, and he had speculation that Earth 2 was going to be on this blockchain. And then he stumbled his way into VeVe and just kind of got in, with Omi and then collectibles. And the door was wide open after that.
Yes.
Nice. It sounds like a lot of us got in around the same time. So Go Chain, that's it. I was thinking it had chain in it, but I keep getting the collect chain mixed with Go Collect now, and I'm like, there's so many collects.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about Collect Chain, by the way? I'm super excited. I see so many opportunities and possibilities that this can be, and in the hands of Dr. Profit, obviously what he's put out with Stack R, very confident and he's a capable person to develop that, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a win across the board for everyone. Brands, VeVe, creators. And in terms of what I'm developing, it opens more doors as well. So I'm bullish on it. Absolutely love it. The fact that we're going to be able to take the collectibles to select platforms. I mean, it's the topic of interoperability that people have wanted since day one. So I mean, yeah, Seuss. I love the announcement. So I'm still waiting for a little bit more information, but yeah, I'm trying to structure my platform so that it's on that chain. So
yes, good segue, by the way. Your platform, does it have a name yet? Like, just so everybody knows, Josh is working on, I believe, a metaverse type of thing. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so right now the name that I have for it is Collectopia. So it worked well with Collect Chain. That was just happened to be a happy coincidence.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's the easiest way to describe it right now is my vision for it is two main paths. So you have the first path, which is your home space. So the user can go in, decorate their home space, and it's their place to showcase their collection, any collectibles that they import in. And then the second path is social spaces. So you being able to go outside of your home space to various locations that have different experiences. So one example would be like an arcade. So you travel to the arcade and there's little mini games that you can play, whether by yourself or anybody, maybe you're traveling with some friends or something like that, right? So that's my vision for it right now.
And that'll be built on Collect Chain, essentially, is what you're thinking, or you're heading that route?
My goal right now, my vision for it is yeah, so that it's on that chain. I'm building it on Unreal Engine 5 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in very early stages. We're still we're building out the onboarding process right now. So the avatar creator and then the home space selector. But if you guys want, I can share my screen and then it'll kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff we have.
Josh, are you in M'Baku gang yet? Do you have an M'Baku?
No.
Okay, Marvel Mighty M'Baku.
M'Baku forever.
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay, you'll need to get one to be M'Baku gang.
I just picked one up last week, so don't feel so bad, Josh.
Zombie just joined.
It's a real low floor to entry there. So,
well, there's also so many collectibles. I didn't even realize you were talking about a collectible too. So many names at this point; it's hard to keep track.
It's me and Coolmo's thing. We just got a thing going.
Okay, you want me to bring you up?
Sure.
Okay.
I just have this on repeat, but the home space will have kind of just a drag and drop building system.
I've been seeing you post this a lot. This is collectively you call it?
This is Collectopia, yeah. So this is the home space building system. So just a drag and drop, very simple. Like the home space that you'll have, you can choose from select templates. So this is one example that this is the modular apartment. We also have like a cyberpunk apartment. There's like a modern office space.
You like cyberpunk, yeah.
Yeah, and each home space has its own furniture pack. So the furniture that I'm moving around right there is for the modular apartment, and then the cyberpunk apartment has its own cyberpunk furniture and stuff too. So the whole idea is that you're given a pack to work with. You don't have to build anything from scratch or import anything in. Simplified in that regard, and then you can drag and drop. So.
Right. Is there any integration with crypto at all with these purchasable, I'd imagine, packs?
Not yet, because we're still too early for all that stuff. But the vision for the platform is to have that all incorporated. So there would be like a season pass and then also a store page. Both would be places where you could get furniture. So the season pass would be something where there's two versions. So there's the free version where this is a free to play platform. It will be. So anybody who downloads it can play it. And then if you just play, you'll progress through the free season pass and unlock stuff. Or you can upgrade the season pass to unlock more and better things, which would be the crypto part you talked about there.
Nice.
And then inside the season pass, there'll be things for your avatar, for your home space, like furniture, emotes, like what you just saw on screen, stuff like that. So,
and you envision all these items being purchasable within the metaverse.
That's the intent. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm gonna keep saying the word intent because
things change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Things change, and also just because I'm dealing with crypto, the regulations and everything are just kind of wild. So.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
This looks really good.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so these are all home spaces right here. It's the office.
My style apartment right there.
That's the arcade.
So when somebody is in their home space, do they, to go to a social area, do they walk out or do they just click a link and they pop in?
So right now, if you'll walk to the exit door of the home space, it'll take you to the lobby scene. The lobby scene is like the homepage for the platform. So you can access the explore page where you can find different places to travel to. That's where the season pass is, the store page, profile page. And then from there, you can kind of travel. So that's kind of how it's set up right now. I'm probably going to introduce a few more things with that. That way there's a little bit more options, but it's the exit door for your home space right now. So the idea is that your home space is your spawn point. So whatever home space you choose, that's what you'll load into every time you load in. Gotcha.
Can you have multiple home spaces?
You'll just have one, but you'll have the option of changing it if you want. The only
skin?
Not a skin. But what'll happen is if you choose a space, right? Let's say you choose the modern office, you decorate it with collectibles. You're not going to be stuck to that home space. So if you do want to change it to, let's say, the cyberpunk apartment, you'll be able to do that. It's going to reset your progress. So you'll have to just drag and drop everything again, which I'd assume you'd want to do anyways because it's a different layout. But yeah, you're not stuck to the one template. But you can't have multiple.
This all yourself? Essentially,
I don't want to take full credit because tools like Unreal Engine, they offer resources like the Fab Marketplace now where you can download assets to use for your project.
Okay.
So for example, the arcade, I downloaded that, and then you can move every single asset that was used to create the environment around. So you can make it your own. Yeah. You can take things out, add things. And so it's just a way of working a bit smarter instead of harder, faster.
That's exactly what I hoped VeVe would do in the regards of use tools that are available, right? You use what's already built and emphasize on it or build it out a little bit more, make it your own and customize it. But don't think you have to build from scratch, right? Because there are so many options now available with these as you're kind of showing us, right?
I think we're reaching a point, and I think we might have actually just reached it, where companies, I don't think, will have a choice now. They're going to have to almost go that route because unless you have the funds and the resources to fund a team of 300 people, which sometimes isn't even the best route to go, you're now going to have people like me who are using resources like this who are outperforming the studios with 300 people.
Right.
It's more cost effective to use stuff like this. It's faster. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, the way I found out that you were doing this, I think I saw a clip of somebody talking about the project and saying that VeVe needs to scrap the VeVeverse and go in your direction. Obviously that's somebody not thinking fully on what's going on, but it's kind of interesting because if I was looking and comparing, like people tend to do, your what you've created definitely I think feels a little bit higher quality, easier to use, I'd
Thank
say
you.
that's not putting down VeVe, but it's just, you know, making a point to what you've done, right?
Thank you very much. And I just want to be clear because there are some comments kind of circulating about, I guess my position on the verse and stuff like that. Because I like, for those who don't know, I was a builder in the verse. I made money in the VeVe verse, for crying out loud. So
Yeah.
you would think that if I'm making a ton of money or whatever in the verse, that I would probably try and like argue for it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think development was a little too slow. So that's kind of why I kind of made the transition and started focusing on my own project. But at the same time, I don't want this project to be a way to like just talk down on the verse. I don't want, like, I've
Right.
developed a relationship with the team. I don't want to piss them off. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and I'd like to say that Dan and I have a good relationship. Like, I talk to him too. So I don't want to, he's well aware of this project. The team is, same with David. So yeah, I don't want it to bash the verse or anything, but, just to be clear about that. I saw some comments. So.
Yeah, that's why I kind of brought it up. Like, I mean, you know, the community is going to talk, right? They're going to have their opinions, especially we have some vocal members there that like to throw things out there willy-nilly without real context behind it. So that I'm glad you touched on that.
Thank you. And then Spectrum in the chat's also reminding me of a point I forgot to bring up. He says it's the same scenario. We don't need a full web team to make a AAA website, because I'm in the media space as well. So I do websites for construction companies. When it comes to stuff like that, and then also stuff like what you see on screen, AI is completely changing the game, and it's doing it like really fast. So you can, for example, script out a website in 10 or 15 minutes now with AI. Exactly. And that would be another example of something that I'm trying to really learn and utilize, because again, I think that if I don't, I'm just going to get squashed by those that do. So
it's a tool. It's 100% a tool that people need to get on board with. I have both my sons using it, you know, within school and their creative outlets all the time, and I kind of push it upon them because it is the future. You know, it's just an amazing tool that allows people that have ideas and that are creative to explore those without, you know, needing a big backing to do so.
100%.
Yeah. So what do you think this can handle as in users? Because I know we're just seeing, you know, you run through it, right? But when we start seeing a large numbers of people in the space, what does that look like?
So there's still going to be more testing needed for stuff like that, especially because we're still building out a good chunk of the platform. So even if we were to test for stuff like that, it's going to change in the end. It's
like, do you envision this being able to handle what you envision doing with numbers wise?
You mean like user counts or like systems?
Yeah, no, user counts.
It's some of that's also going to be like infrastructure, because like, for example, remember if you guys were here in 2021, which we all were, VeVe's drop system would bog down, break, depending on number of users that were on the app. Right. It's stuff like that. You need to upgrade stuff as you go. So what I will say is that for the platform, we're trying to target, at least I said to the developer I'm working with as well, I want MacBooks to run it. But at the same time, I like low grade systems aren't going to be able to. And that should be the case. Because there is also an argument in our community about how, the VeVeverse should run on all devices. The VeVeverse should be on mobile and blah, 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 blah. I don't agree with any of that. And I also, it's not even possible.
Running the R2 platform, I had to get a 5070, gaming computer because of all the information that needs to flow through there. So I 100% agree. Like right now, it's not possible.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not a comfortable like user experience on your phone anyway, right? It's very, you got to get in there and zoom in and run around. Like I don't see that. I see it being more of a premium,
Right.
Premium. It's exactly what you just said there. Premium, and you can't offer a premium experience for those collectibles on mobile. It's just not possible, at least to try and fit the vision that people have for what a metaverse should be. And also, you don't want to cater to lower grade systems when you're offering the premium product. So if you're offering a high quality 3D file, 3D model, then you want to put that high quality 3D model in a high quality 3D environment.
Right.
Yeah.
And people are happy with that too. They're okay things being separated like that, the way, we all had visions and dreams when, VeVe started talking about the VeVeverse and stuff, even before it was built. I kind of envisioned a space where people would gather and I could listen to Randy Chavez and see him there, and he's doing his podcast right from the metaverse, right, where people are gathering and chatting or whatever, and he's just doing his thing. Is that something that you see that's going to be a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, long term, like my vision for something like this is to have events ran, concerts. You can, I mean that's already stuff that's happened in Decentraland, so maybe that doesn't excite everyone, but like vendors where somebody can maybe sign up and offer to sell something within the platform. Like picture this, you could have a full 3D, you could have a mall environment, and then each store that you walk into is somebody that's signed up to be a vendor to offer something to sell to people on the platform. It could be their collection that they want to showcase. It could be another, let's say, NFT collection from OpenSea that they want to import into the platform. Whatever it is, they can build a display inside of their own store, right, to showcase the people walking through that mall.
Right. With Roblox, right, letting everybody create pretty much and having some guidelines, of course, but, taking a piece so they don't have to develop everything like Fortnite does, right? 2 different models, 2 different, user experiences. But I think Roblox is very smart when they do that, because they open their platform up to everybody building. And my kids are on Roblox way more than Fortnite. They interact, they love it.
User generated content is 100% the future, in my opinion. Which I do want to offer a plugin for this platform. So I talked about how the building system in the home is kind of simplified. It's just a drag and drop from a library of furniture that you have. But that caters to what I think is the majority of what people would want to do, because the majority of people don't want all the technical tools and you having to build everything from scratch. You know what I mean?
No,
right.
But there is a minority, like there is some people that want to do that.
Builders.
And so, creators. So I do want to offer a plugin where people can create something on like an Unreal Engine, a Blender, or Unity, and provided that it's within a certain file size, they can import it into Collectopia, and now it's another destination that people can visit. So it's just like Fortnite, it's just like Roblox. And Roblox, I don't know if you guys heard, but the numbers for their creators have always been hidden in terms of earnings. They were just disclosed, and the top 10 earners on that platform are earning over 40 million a year.
Wow.
Top 100 are earning over 7 million a year, and top I think it was top 1,000 are earning $1 million a year. Wow. So
and that's through purchases in game that they've created. Are you thinking about taking a small percentage transactionary?
If we had vendors inside, that would happen. But that's one way that they're earning money. The other is like active user counts. So how many people are in their worlds per month, and then based on that activity, they get paid out. It's the same model that Fortnite uses.
Right.
Well, I mean, 40 million a year. Some of these are kids. Like some of these people aren't even out of like high school and university.
It's incredible.
And we're talking about generational wealth. So if that doesn't open your eyes and where things are heading, I don't know what will. So
right.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you could even go to college for some of this stuff, because by the time you get out, You're already outdated in the information that you know.
You can't even go to it for college. It's still so new that there's nobody to teach it, unless you're talking about young people, but there's no 40, 50, 60-year-old teachers or professors that know how to do that. So
teachers are going to be obsolete. I mean, hell, we're going to have AI teach us everything, right? You can have a whole course built in 5 minutes on anything you want to learn, including building a metaverse, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we're going to have a monumental shift in the way that our just society operates. Just everything is going to change. It's going to be insane.
Yeah. I thought about the other day, I went to the bookstore and I was like, why am I even here? I can learn literally anything I want to know online.
And there is something to say for like touching and feeling, right? And getting a book and relaxing with it. I feel like those are going to be separated now, where there's learning and then there's taking in a book, right? And doing that.
Yeah, to your point, I do think that some things are going to go backwards. I talked with Jan in our show about dating. I think dating is going to go backwards. I think people are probably going to start showing up at bars a little bit more, knowing that somebody can just swap their face and a guy can be a girl on some dating app, right? Yeah. So I think that's like one example. So I think some things are probably going to go backwards, but it's still.
How did you and Jan get together?
Yeah.
Jan reached out to me because he wanted to do. I
just want to say real quick because I just discovered your channel. I know that's weird, but there's so many different channels I wasn't listening to. I don't know why. And go ahead though. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no, you're good.
These guys are great.
I appreciate that. Yeah, Jan and I. So Jan reached out to me with the idea of doing a show, and at the time, and still is, he's killing it with all the interviews. So I was kind of in a weird period where I was kind of stepping back a bit from making content because I used to do 2 episodes a week on my channel. But those episodes are like 10, 12 hours worth of editing. It's like a full day, right? So it was more like 3-4 days worth of work during the week. And like filming, editing, doing all that stuff. So I ended up taking a bit of a step back. Jan had reached out and I was like, it's a good way for me to create content with him, still make a little bit of content for the community while I focus on projects like this. So our show's only 16 episodes or something like that. So still kind of new, but lots of fun so far. So
nice. Yeah. I
see it's rare, by the way. He put, I teach AI in college. I beg my students to find their passion and create a biz. I also have an AI company. Just got my first clients.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
I think, businesses, I think we're starting to see more younger people create more businesses, but I also think that's where we're going is like the 9 to 5 it's still going to be here, but it's going to die a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think micro businesses and people having like 5, 6, 7 different little sources of income from, selling stuff online or whatever is going to be the way that things go. But
what was that with the phone that just got brought up in that video?
So that's the phone system. So you'll have like your little music app on there so you can listen to music, text message, video call other users.
Through your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a little app where you can leave like notes for yourself. You can take pictures, like selfie pictures with your avatar. A couple other little apps and stuff too. So
nice. What is there an interactive screen where it displays what's on your phone?
Yeah, you can go through the whole phone. Like you pull up the phone, you choose what app, it goes through. It's like an actual phone.
No, but in the metaverse, right? Do you have a screen where you could play a YouTube video or whatever through your phone? You know what I mean?
There is an app in there where you can pull up the browser and you can search any website, anything on the internet, but which I'll have to gatekeep. But YouTube is an option there. So somewhere in this video, actually, I think.
That's dope. That's so cool.
I think it's.
I love the buildings too. Those are cool.
Right here.
Yeah.
So that's YouTube right there. There's the camera.
Wow.
Just instantly take a photo.
Wow. And just to be clear, you didn't like code this. This is like you didn't sit down and code these tools. They were available to you through other creators, correct?
A lot of these systems are pre-built by other developers.
Yeah. See.
So you download them, you buy the license. So I bought the systems.
Right.
Kind of like the equivalent of just hiring someone to build it out and you pay them for it. So I did that, and then I altered a bunch of the stuff you're seeing in this video. So, but that's how I've always done content as well. Like all the animations and intros and stuff. I don't build that from scratch. I mean, like that's months of work if you do it from scratch. So you go to platforms like Envato where you can download all the templates and then you just switch out your logo in the template. So it's kind of like that.
Will you be offering custom places for IP companies that want to use your services?
It's kind of my vision for the vendor service where licensors could apply for something like that.
You just have like an area for them or something.
Yeah, I've also talked to some licensors on VeVe right now about like mini game ideas for Collectopia. So I have like the Nounish friends in here already.
Nice.
So possibilities with that as well. So
nice. Are you familiar with Nifty Island at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've played it a few times. It's been a little while since I caught up with them though, so I don't know how much has changed. But I built my own island and little mini games and stuff in there. So
we talk a lot about a company called Eon Rift, and they had like an area in there that we covered, and just this reminds me a lot of that, but higher quality though. It looks really good.
Nice.
Yeah. Will you be able to import characters? Like, because I see the standard, torso, and then I saw a builder where you can skin it or make it look a certain way. Is there an ability to add in a character, let's say an Eon Rift character, that's a fox or a red panda or whatever, right? Like,
so this is where I think the mini game kind of makes things, or the arcade, pardon me, makes things quite interesting. So the main character for Collectopia will be the character customizer you saw. So when you first load in, you'll make your character, and then that'll be your character that you load in with every time. And then the clothing that drops in the season pass, you could add to that character and stuff like that, right? But when it comes to mini games in the arcade, it allows you to offer different experiences all built within Collectopia. So one mini game might be like, let's say, a top-down shooter and you're controlling a character. That character is not going to be your Collectopia avatar. It's going to be the mini game character, right? So you can make that whatever you want. So we could kind of experiment there with brands where they could incorporate their brand characters into little mini games. And then I think I was talking a bit before about the graphics quality earlier. That's also where the arcade gets interesting, is you want the main graphics style for Collectopia to be as realistic as possible, because that's what the collectibles are focused on, is realism, right? If you put realistic looking collectibles into an animated environment, it takes away from the collectible. So if that character, let's say, walks into the arcade and then goes into one of the mini games in the arcade machine, so the camera zooms into the arcade machine, and now you're in a different game world and it's all pixelated, or maybe it's a 3D like maybe an anime style mini game. The art style can change. That's what I'm trying to get at. So the arcade is that's why I'm trying to incorporate that environment, is it just allows you to change things without breaking the flow of what the main style and main flow of the game should be, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, because you see like Fortnite, right? You can have these characters that are flattened. I forget the style name that they're called, but it looks like I don't know, like almost it's drawn instead of the Fortnite detailed, super rendered version. You know what I'm talking about, Josh?
Yeah, kind of like anime style, you mean?
Yeah, where they're drawn almost, right? And that's like the style of the character running around.
You're not talking about the cell shaded, where you see like a black outline?
Cell shaded, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a good example. Is you could have a mini game that has cell shaded art style, and that's what the character looks like, and then the player goes from one arcade machine to another mini game in that arcade, and the art style changes, and it could be Fortnite style graphics, so
Right.
Yeah. Question. Forgive me for asking Josh from Watchmen, but are you able to ballpark how much someone could expect to invest for licensing, etc., to get a project to this level?
Why do I need to forgive you for that?
He's polite.
Could expect to invest for licensing, etc., to get a project. You mean like to invest in the project? You mean, or to get your brand in the project?
I think he's talking about his own brand. I could be wrong, but reiterate on that, Watchman. Your brand, or to invest in the project itself? I'm pretty sure he's done his brand, because he does have a pretty successful business. So.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. While we're waiting for that, can you invest in this?
I am looking for investors. That's the main thing I'm spending my time on right now. Is I'm talking I'm talking to investors. I do have one on board already. I will say that. So, but yeah, the goal is to raise as much money as I can for this right now. There's definitely going to be hidden costs, so that's what I'm trying to prepare for. So
he does say my own brand. So so he's looking to start an area for his brand.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have an answer for you on the show here, but if you want to reach out to me on X, my tag is Collectors GD, Collectors Gone Digital, and then we can chat over there if you want and give you a little bit more info.
Nice.
Yeah, he's pretty big on X, so I think he'll be able to do that.
Okay.
So you've mentioned collectibles a few times. Does that mean we should be seeing VeVe digital collectibles available to be imported, I guess, in your metaverse?
That's the goal.
The goal. Okay, so there's talks.
I've had a call with Patrick. I'll say that. Say that. And I think with the way that they're structuring their chain, they're trying to, at least right now, they're focused on VeVe because of the whole migration stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think when they're done that middle of this year, that's when he's going to be a little bit more focused on onboarding other platforms kind of like this. So I think when that starts happening, it's going to be interesting to see where some of the collectibles can be taken. But that's the goal, is to get this approved for. So
do you see now kind of how VeVe is operating, where we're going to go through collect chain to do these sort of things? Because before, you would obviously try to contact David or Dan and set up something and work with licensors. But with this new collect chain, it opens the doors for your collectible to be kind of anywhere, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around, because it's insane what, like, the possibilities here, the opportunity, because I can work with collect chain, for example, and they could put the Collectopia on their whitelist list that they're giving to brands, right, to check off on what brands they want their collectibles, or what platforms they're allowing their collectibles to be used on. Mm-hmm. Just getting on that list alone is insane, because now you're being presented to all these other brands that David has spent so much freaking time pitching. Yeah. And I don't have to do any of that.
Door. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just walk right through it instead of knocking.
Right. and think about how many eyeballs that immediately opens for Marvel or other projects, right, that are on VeVe and in the collect chain ecosystem, right? God, you just think about that for a second. Like, you build a project, and now these companies are going to be exposed to their audiences and mm-hmm. users. So
a lot of cross promo. Yeah.
It's just such a smart way to do it, where they're now not spending any freaking money for advertising in that aspect, right? Because they're getting thousands and thousands of eyeballs on what they're doing.
I think we're going to see a very similar thing as when they announced Disney, because I remember David's mentioned how his phone wouldn't stop ringing on his desk, and it was other brands wanting to work with VeVe. And I think that I think a similar effect is going to happen, where once more news is going around about this chain and there's more brands coming on and they hear, oh, Marvel's on this and, you know, Disney's on this. Because I think at this point they've mentioned that all brands are going to be on the chain. They're probably going to get a lot of calls from other brands being, hey, what do we need to do to get approved?
Right. Yeah. And the more the merrier in that way, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't take anything away if there's a, you know, a mini project or a micro project that releases and comes onto Collect Chain. It doesn't, you know, take away from what Collect Chain is at all, really.
I think every platform will act as like a bridge. Like, and the more bridges they build, the more opportunities they're going to create for people to find them. So,
right.
Spectrum asks, since any small team can make any project, how do you think you will be able to survive I think you meant tidal wave of similar projects coming in the next few years? I feel like you kind of already answered that with integrating IP and you want to
AI is a big one.
And AI and
AI is a big one. If I don't focus on AI, I'll get squashed. But I think this is also an interesting time because I think we're about to see a tidal wave that we haven't seen before. Like we're going to see 12-year-olds, you know, making applications and, you know, successful businesses with AI. So I think the amount of people doing it, the level of competition is going to be higher. But yeah, it's just
that's what we need to see too, like a renaissance period of AI and technology that we haven't seen before because the tech companies have kind of like controlled everything for so long, you know. So it'll be good to see like a change to that.
Well, there's so many barriers. Yeah. There's so many barriers to entry with developing and creating stuff, and now like Josh says, the doors, you know, are going to be kicked open, you know, by creative minds, and that's not limited to age.
Yeah.
So cool.
But yeah, hopefully I don't know if I answered his question, but yeah, just consistent work, whole lot of grit and AI. So
yeah, fast. You got to run fast, which it seems like you're doing, you know, by putting this out here and what you've built so far, you know, it grabs people's attention.
I think a big thing too is also just not taking no for an answer. Cause I mean, I've seen a bunch of comments from people being like, oh, well, how are you going to do this project when other side got 450 million in funding and they couldn't do it? It's like, I'm not even trying to pay attention to any of that noise. So.
Right. Well, what Facebook's Metaverse or whatever, they just put in a $480 billion or $1 million loss or something like that with their Metaverse project and stuff. But it's the minds behind it. It's the creativity. It's thinking about the user. That's so important. I feel like these companies miss that aspect of it, even though it's so simple, right? And they can say, oh yeah, we think about the user, but you can see how they create things and they're not, you know, they're just not.
Are you guys like big gamers at all, or like, would you consider yourself gamers?
I mean,
Call of Duty?
No.
No, I've never had time, but I used to be. I mean, in my younger days, but married with kids, it kind of aren't able to do that. Now my kids are getting older, so it's easier for me to, you know, do some different testing on some platforms.
Sure.
I don't have time to grind away just hours, you know.
But I do watch you play Rivals, which I love.
Yeah. I think the new Call of Duty is kind of a good example of what you're talking about here, because like that franchise used to just rule gaming, and the newest one kind of just put them in the dirt because they released a product that just no one wanted, confused everyone. They didn't listen to their fan base, and we're talking about a studio with hundreds, if not thousands, of people. So I don't really think it matters. Like those numbers don't matter at all. I think it comes down to how you're managing the project and those people. And arguably, if you have a team with 300 or 1,000 people, it's harder to manage, more mistakes.
And are you profitable? Right. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day is, are you making money? Is everyone happy with what they're doing? And if they are, can they sustain their lives while doing the job that they want to do? You know, and if you can accomplish that, then it doesn't really matter if there's a flood of people that come in. just a steady growth will make you happy anyways, because you're doing what you love.
100%. Yeah.
And I think you could see that in your projects that you put out and the content you've put out. You care about it and you enjoy building and creating and being creative and having discussions with people, right? And it's so important to this space to where you feel like you're creating something that you love and you're super interested in, and you're connecting with like-minded people.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Because that is an important part. And I think that's also partly why I made the transition to building my own stuff is, I just kind of wasn't having as much fun anymore. So, but yes, really appreciate that. So,
yeah,
you'll never be happy unless you're doing your own thing. I learned that a long time ago, and I never looked back since. I've running my own businesses for like 15 years, never been happier.
Yeah.
Whether I'm transitioning from different business to different business is different, but you're still working for yourself or doing the things that you love, that you enjoy, and that brings you happiness, and it's worth doing.
100%. Yes. Mm-hmm. And by the way, Zombie, I was watching a clip of, I'm not sure which stream it was from you guys, but you were working while you were streaming. I got to say, props to you. Mad respect for that. Mad respect.
That was one of their 2 streams, I think.
I got to keep up with Bill. Bill's just streaming, and I can't get left behind. So, I'm delivering the mail and definitely still trying to be a part of what's going on.
That's freaking awesome. So,
thanks. I appreciate that.
And if you're interested, Josh, I'll send you a free property in Earth 2 on our Omi Island.
Oh yeah.
It's just a bunch of VeVe people that are around the island, that all can get together and hang out if they want to.
Sure. Sanjay's on there, Randy, Tammy.
Yeah, Sanjay, Tammy,
nice.
everybody.
Awesome.
Homo. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So, yeah, you got it. I'll just I'll send you a message in I'll DM you in X.
Great. Yeah.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to touch base on your project that we haven't?
No, I think I'm maybe just to reiterate what I was saying before for those who are joining. Like, I don't want the project to be a way to talk down on like VeVe's, because I know I was associated with the Verse. I was like a builder, and I had the building services and stuff like that. It's past me. I just want to be clear about that. So, I'm sure I'm still gonna get the people comparing this to the Verse and every post I put out, but that's not the intention. I'm not trying to like bash them. So, I just want to be clear about that. But really appreciate you guys giving me the invite to come on and chat.
It also sounds to me like it's going to complement VeVe. I think people are missing that. It's going to take a ton of content creators creating their own things and being involved in the same environments next to each other to complement each other everywhere.
Well, and when we see platforms like Futureverse kind of take a step back, I think it's like might be cheesy to say, but it's the line that everyone uses now: rising tide lifts all boats, or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah. It's like that. So,
God, could you imagine Lego building a build pack within your platform, like bricks? So awesome. That would be so freaking amazing. I've said that so many times, but I would love to see that, a branded build pack from Lego, right?
That would be a very cool thing to have. Yes. Yeah.
I guess one last question that I have, everybody talks about, from the beginning of the VeVeverse, even before, land. Can we get land? Is this something where you see land actually, where it's a stable thing that's within the metaverse that you're creating, where you own it?
I haven't thought that route. No. Because that does complicate a lot, and it does change a lot of the vision that I have for this platform. Mm-hmm. A large part of how I started this platform was thinking about how I really wanted to simplify the home decorating and building system. So part of that was offering just pre-made templates, like 4 or 5 of them that people can choose from. Mm-hmm. And then the simple decorating system to add on top of that. When you start adding the map and like what people own and don't, and then like going to different plots and stuff like that, it's a whole different system, and there's a lot more involved. So I don't think I'm going that route right now. Maybe something in the future, but
Gotcha.
Yeah, just other priorities.
For now, you'll just have to buy as an investor, Zombie, into
right. Maybe a project comes your way. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. But that's yeah. So we're just working on kind of some of the boring systems right now, the onboarding stuff, but you'll have your home space to decorate, which is what you see on screen, drag and drop whatever you want, showcase whatever collectibles you can import, and then go and explore, hang out with friends at the arcade. There'll be like a music bar. I want to have a movie theater that's playing 24/7. I know movie NFTs are a talk, so maybe hooking it up to some sort of library where it shows the movie NFTs that you actually own, and then you can watch, stuff like that. So there's a bunch of different possibilities of where something like this can go, but just building the main foundation for the ecosystem right now. So.
Right. Are you going to be able to create or control your weather options? I'm seeing here a snowball rolling in a blizzard.
Yeah. So this is the weather system that I have in Unreal Engine right now. I'm probably going to set it up so that there's pre-made weather effects to choose from. So you might have, 6 or 8, sunny, foggy, snowstorm, thunderstorm. And then those are the different weather effects you can have for your home space. So you look outside the window and then whatever you have selected.
Right. So when you're in a social area, is somebody going to be seeing what their weather is set to?
The social areas are all going to be set to whatever I have them set to by default.
Okay.
So the social areas aren't going to be anything that the players would customize. Gotcha. It would just be places that they could socialize and visit. The only customizable area would be their own home space. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Is there going to be an outdoor kind of partner with your home space because I know people have big collectibles, big outdoor items, maybe garages and, things like that for cars and things that are more suitable for outside.
Yeah, 100%. I do have, I think it's 2 of the 5 home spaces that have an outdoor space built in with it.
Very cool.
But then that's also another thing that we could introduce in the store or the season pass is you could have home space templates that drop now. So we could introduce like a full outdoor environment in the future or something like that, right?
So when you say season pass, is that similar to Fortnite where you better get it while you can because it goes away?
Same model. Yeah.
And then that's now a sellable item or no?
I don't know if it's going to be sellable right away. It would ideally be like we would want to have some sort of market, but again, all the regulations and stuff that I need to look into for that, it's just I haven't got that far yet.
Yeah.
But the intention would be that anything that drops in the season pass that then leaves wouldn't be coming back.
Right. That's pretty cool. That makes it collectible.
Right.
For sure, which obviously is right on brand.
Yeah. So. Yeah, there's lots of moving parts. Just like I said, trying to stay consistent. So
yeah, I mean, it really sounds like you have a vision for what you're building, and I think that's important. Not to go kind of blind and then squirrel, right? You're kind of staying on track with what you're doing and where you're going. So
it's funny you mentioned that because there's been a couple nights where I'm pacing back and forth in my room, just pitching myself because I've found that a lot of the developers I've spoken to about the systems that I need help building, I'm having trouble sometimes just even explaining my vision because my vision for this platform is it's just crystal clear in my head. But like I said, there's a lot of moving parts. So explaining that now to somebody who might not even be as creative as well, it's been a bit of a hurdle. So been trying to pitch myself.
No, I totally get it. I mean, it definitely shows that you have a kind of a hold on what you want to do. So
thank you.
Great job.
I know you got a heart out. Real quick, they want to know, will there be any kind of testing days for the community? Didn't know how long you've been in developing this.
Yeah, we're still a little too soon for that, but the intention would be to let a small group in first. So whenever we get to that point, then I'll put some posts out And I know I haven't been putting too much content out about this, and that's just because I've been focused on development. But when we get to that point where we have more stuff built out, I'll film more, and then you guys will just see more on socials. So, but yeah, not quite there yet.
Yeah, I anticipate this being a very watched video.
Yeah, this was a good interview.
Yeah,
well, we appreciate you coming on. Let's do it again.
100%. And you guys are both more than welcome to come on Beyond the Drop at any point. I've seen, like, Zombie, I've seen your name under, or like in the comment section of my channel for like years at this point. So
yeah,
really appreciate the support, man.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you guys are both welcome. So
thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks again for having me on,
we'll
guys.
set it up for sure. We love being on other people's shows.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Great job, Josh. Appreciate it.
Take care,
Thanks,
guys.
Josh. Appreciate you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Right?
Yeah. That was a good interview.
That's pretty amazing. Like,
I know that was right up your alley.
Thoroughly.
Zombie's like the Donatello of the show. He's all super techy.
My mind was all oh my gosh, do this, do that, right? Probably overwhelmed him a little bit, but God, like, what he's doing is pretty impressive. And I'm so happy that he's doing it live in front of people where you can see that it's possible, right? And kind of like that thought process rather than building a team and getting, you know, all this stuff and then building this like huge venture rather than, oh, you could just do it. You know, they're obviously, you know, and simplifying that, obviously put tons of hours into it, but it's a possibility for a single entrepreneur, you know, not that he did it solely, but his vision, right?
It's encouraging for those out there, right?
Very much so. Very much so. I want to touch on the drop that just happened. The Batman and Marvel and
the DC Marvel collab.
I wish I fucking knew. I missed that.
I had no idea either. Is it technically just Marvel, or is DC just had their name on the cover?
I mean, technically it's both, but I believe it was published by Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. But wow, that you know, we had another thing like that had Harley Quinn, and that was taken away for some reason. That hasn't.
They cut it off real quick for some reason, right?
Yeah, but this one's out, and I heard the Secret Rare's doing real well, obviously. Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you didn't get a chance to go for it?
No. So bummed. I haven't even looked on the prices. You know, I heard the common Randy last night was saying that the common was above drop price, which is really good. Right.
Yeah, that's a fantastic sign, right? For anyone wanting to drop comics, right? You know, that's very encouraging. I know Randy said he wanted to drop one. I think his price is a little too high. What do you think about where he's going, what direction he's going in that?
With regards to what? Sorry?
Did you hear him talking about his comic at all for Randy?
Oh, no, I didn't hear he said a price.
So I think he's looking at the $15 range, but the comic is going to be like 85 pages, he said.
Right. Well, they just released they released a comic recently that had 80 something pages, and I believe it was a $11 range.
Okay.
So
it's not too far off base.
Yeah, not too far. I mean, it definitely limits the amount of pulls people are going to go for when it's a higher thing like that. So
yeah,
you know,
because I was thinking about spending maybe about $100 on his comic.
Right. Well, I hope he, you know, kind of asks people what their thoughts are and, you know, the community, because he needs to pay attention to that. Right.
Yeah. So if that was the case, I'd only be able to get 6 compared to getting 10.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that kind of changes things a little bit.
Yeah. And does he know the amount, the amount being dropped?
I don't know if he said it yet. I know originally he was thinking 1,000. I think realistic. Here's what I think. If Randy's listening, I don't know if he is, but he was on earlier, just popping in real quick. But I think he should probably be in the 2,500 comic range and around $10. I think that's reasonable.
Right.
I think he has a lot of people supporting him if he just put out more.
Yeah.
And he's also talking about doing the bonus with the physical. So I think that's a good idea. I think sticking to that 1,000 comic range with the Marvel comics that are coming out now, I get that because they're just new comics, you know, but there's a lot of people that follow Randy. They want to collect his product. And I think there's room for him to sell more than 1,000.
And the cat community itself, right?
And for the cat, and not just the cat community. There's going to be like 5 or 6 other communities.
Shiro, Shiro and Ladies on X, maybe are in there. Like there's a few people.
Yeah, we discussed it a little bit off you know, on a phone call a while back, and he just kind of mentioned. I think at the time he was talking about $10, and I was like, oh yeah, you know. So I think he's just still trying to figure that out.
I think that's a really good price. It feels good when you hear $10 and you think about $10 rather than 15. It's psychologically way different.
Yeah,
in a weird way, right?
Right. It is. There's something psychological about it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I hear 15, I'm like, you know, I can get for $15. I can get a Marvel Comics 1.
Right. So,
and I obviously in my mind, I want to stack those more than I want to stack Randy's comic because of the long-term value in that.
Right.
So I think 10 is a better range, and just put out more comics personally.
So I heard you talk to Randy off, you know, on your guys' own. Does that mean you pay the $200 fee to get access to Randy?
No.
You see that West clip? It was so that guy.
I honestly think it's reasonable for what Randy is asking.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I've been I'm a contributor of Randy's for a long time. Yeah. And if you looked at the amount of what is it? What's the payment thing on YouTube? The super chats. If you looked at the amount of super chats that I drop sometimes, I'll drop like 4 in a show, and it's like $40.
Yeah. You and me both. I think we were involved in a couple of those where we just got.
We were going back and forth.
Yeah, we got hyped, and you know, especially my guilty pleasure was making Randy do shots.
Right, and that's just how I kind of pay my dues that way, you know. And we've talked over the years. I mean, you know, we've been around him for so long.
Yeah.
We were honestly talking about something else at the time. Yeah. He just brought it up in conversation.
Well, with no context, you know, Wes's, you know, clips, right? Are hilarious.
Oh yeah, he loves it. You know, he's just doing it for like just to
he loves Randy. He loves Randy. You've said that, you know. He loves Randy.
He loves Randy. He loves chatting about him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Too funny. What else has been going on? You been buying anything?
I have not been buying anything. I thought about buying some Marvel Comics 1 the other day because it dipped down.
Did it?
But I'm like, I got to spend OMI to do that. I still haven't replenished the OMI I was supposed to replenish for my TMNT guy. You know, I love the price right now, though, to do that.
Well, you know, I've been looking for that arbitrage.
Yeah. If it goes down even more, it'd be better.
Yeah, well, I keep like looking. I'm like, okay, if it dips more, then maybe somebody that has something listed isn't paying attention, right? Because you gotta check that price every day. It moves so quickly sometimes. So if somebody's listed, I got a couple eyes. I got my eyes on a couple pieces where if it moves a little bit more, I'm gonna make a move on a couple things. I'm not gonna say what it is, right? Because everybody's listening. But I got my eyes on some things.
Yeah. Yeah, so I honestly, I've just been focused on other stuff. But I think, you know, when something good pops up, I do like that new ad they put out for the upgrade of the Marvel Mighties and the Spiders.
The animation. Yeah. Well, yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm going to do it. I have
not all of them, right?
All the ones that I have. So I think I have 3 Spider-Man. I have 5 Ghost Spiders. I do have a Spider-Woman, and I do have a Black Cat. I do have the
Green Goblin,
the expensive one. No, I have the other one. So I never bought the Green Goblin.
What do you mean the other one?
There's also Spider-Man 2099.
Right. I have one of everything, but I'm definitely not going to do it to the 2099. It's just not cost feasible. Especially since the prices rose to get another one now is
I think
out of my
originally
range.
I paid $800 for that Spider-Man 99,
Did
2099.
you? Oh,
I did.
I'd imagine it was a
Yeah.
key piece back in the day. It was
Yeah.
super limited when they were doing those drops back then.
Yeah.
I got a Green Goblin too. I don't think I'm going to do that because the floor prices on that is raised like $400 or something. Do you see that?
The Green Goblin?
Yeah.
He was sitting at 87 when I looked.
87. Which one am I thinking of? I thought I just saw him.
He might be up to 400 because people,
Let me see.
saw what the announcement was.
Yeah, right.
I still didn't even want to spend 87 for him. I don't know. I don't. That whole noir thing just threw me through a loop, and ever since then, I've never been able to like bounce back.
Well, yeah, definitely. It changed the game, right? Because people were happy with collecting the whole series, like everything, right? And that threw a monkey wrench into a lot of people's plans, which I think deterred now people from continuing on with that journey. Because when something's so obtainable, right, and you can think what kind of clever jerk for that a little bit, doing the whole, buying up the whole damn supply of Black Panther. Remember?
Yep.
That
100%.
that started the whole scarcity and pumping the price to a level where people aren't comfortable, right? I get it. It's a free market. Everybody can do what they want. Yeah, you're right. 84. I must be thinking about the Spider-Man, the 2099. Let's see.
Yeah. So the Spider-Man 2099. I don't know. I'm starting to think like, because there's so many other 2099s. If I was to do it, it would take away the FA tag. So I probably won't do it with him. But I'm definitely going to do it with Ghost Spider for sure.
Yeah. So the 2099 original is going for 239. Okay, so that's better.
It's actually shocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's risen somewhat. So I got 25% of my money back. Yeah.
Are you gonna sell?
No.
They have a sell button. I just figured that out.
I heard about that. Yeah. Every time I post something, it never sells. Yeah. Because I always post it for something that I want it for. And people just don't want to sell it. They don't want to buy it for that.
Okay, so you want to hear what I paid for it? $830.
So you bought one too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we paid about the same price. Yeah.
Yeah. 830.
And I didn't even care. I was just like, I had the money at the time, and I'm like, this is what I'm getting.
January 2022. Yeah. Or no, that's the drop date. I guess it doesn't show you the purchase date, but yeah.
Yeah. You're willing to do
crazy.
It.
When you look back at those, I was willing to pay a lot for some of these.
I paid $400 for the first Boba Fett, FA Boba Fett, right? Oh, yeah. Ultra rare. I didn't even hesitate. It was as soon as one was available because I missed the drop. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this is Boba Fett. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's so disrespected right now. It's like at $20-something for that collectible right now. If you just wanted to put in a couple thousand and really position yourself, that is something that financial advice, not financial advice.
Yeah.
That piece will triple minimum. And that's not even anything, because I think people forget the feeling that we had. I think they forget the buzz, the energy, the price manipulation, or whatever you want to call it. But people were putting in real money. This isn't, a price that wasn't selling. These were prices that you put in a piece for $700. That piece was sold in a few hours.
Yeah, it was instantly selling. Yeah,
and that's what people like. They forget about, because we've been so long in this bear market for NFTs and the sentiment of collecting in general. But all it takes is Gary V to talk about VeVe. Let's say Gary V gets on board and signs some deal with a VeVe, and starts talking about him, because he has been mentioning digital collectibles now a few times that I've seen in his posts, which
he's starting to use the terminology.
Right. Aligns right with VeVe. If that happened, right? I can see the ship turning around. All it needs is a couple things. Last time it was what, Logan Paul, kind of talking about Omi and VeVe.
And they're friends, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where Gary Vee originally got his notoriety, right?
Jeremy Padua, is friends with them too. So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't take much. And that's my thing. So I get prices are down, take that as an opportunity if you're able to, I think, in my opinion, but I would have said that 2 years ago. Right. So
by the way, while we were doing that show, Fanny Carbonell agreed to come on our show.
Yay. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're working on the time.
Very cool.
For those that don't know her, she's the actress for Fantastic Beasts. She was in that movie and a bunch of other stuff too. So
yeah, she's adorable.
Yeah, Fanny's great.
Yeah.
What's up, Fro?
Oh, Fro.
So it sounds like mid to late February she's going to be available.
Cool. Look forward to that. Got to think of a thumbnail.
Something good. Something like you'll have to do something with her major movie. I think that was like her number one that she did.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Wheels are already turning.
Fro loves Fanny. Yeah. Now I have to watch the movie though. I told her I would watch it a year ago, and I still haven't.
No, I got to too. Maybe we'll
we'll have to do our homework.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna go on a Fanny buzz where I just try to watch everything that she's ever done, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to ask you questions.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard Josh, you might have stepped out, but he was talking about those seasons, right? With these packs of props or items that could be put into your home, right?
Okay.
And those being things that go out, right? Kind of like how Fortnite has a season of items and then they're not able to be bought again. So, with that, God, there's so many opportunities for people that want to collect and, like something and hold on to it. And, he was possibly talking about later on where you can sell those items and people can, have a little marketplace.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's great. I mean, that's amazing. Yeah. If you could flip those and turn that around. And I heard him say something about crypto. Is he gonna have his own crypto in the app?
He didn't say his own, but being able to purchase with crypto, he's looking into.
Maybe it'll be Omi. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's on collecting, that would make sense, right? Omi and maybe ETH.
Yeah.
I was so, interactive with the chat. Plus, I had to keep putting it on mute because there's a bunch of noise going on in my place right now. So I was like, mute and button, mute,
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, we couldn't hear it. So you're good.
Oh, you didn't hear it? My daughter was playing the flute. She's like, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Little ambiance.
Yeah. She's a little younger, so I don't know if it's called ambiance. Yeah.
It's noise at this point.
Right. Pretty cool, right? Collectopia gonna be awesome. Yeah, it makes me think I should call him about investing, maybe.
God, yeah. We saw Kumo come back. I haven't seen you in a little while, Kumo. Glad to hear you're doing well, and sounds like you're building.
Yeah, I think we're gonna I'm gonna put a call into you, Kumo, and we're gonna have a meeting with the three of us. I think that's long overdue. We talked about it a while back, so
yeah,
keep
definitely
that in mind. There'll be AI and all that stuff.
An AI work call.
Yeah. He offered it a while back. Kumo's a great dude.
Yeah, God, if you can't see where AI is going, and it's so funny, right? I work at the post office. So I talk to people about AI, and man, they are some fuddy-duddies when it comes to anything new.
Really?
They are not
That's just a phase.
Yeah, and it's crap, and it's gonna listen to you and take all your information or whatever, and all the jokes like your AI girlfriend or whatever. It's just people's minds, they just sometimes aren't open to things that are so innovative and new. But for them, but they're the same people that talk about crypto in a negative light and don't see a vision for it. And it's like, wow. Okay. Which allows, people that do have vision and do have, the gumption to learn about and invest in to take advantage of that. Right.
Absolutely. Did you see what Fro said? I'll have to drop a wig video reimagined in the Fantastic Beast movie.
Oh,
He goes on your show. Dude, did you see his I know you saw that
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
rider video.
I
he
love
did.
that. So
Oh,
cool.
it's
How
so
the
good.
frick did he do that? Oh my
I don't
god.
know, because he looked like he was actually on the
Oh,
rider.
Yeah, I want
Like,
his hair like blowing in the wind,
it was
right?
glorious, that hair. What do you mean wig? What does that mean? I don't
Wig.
understand what that means. It's real, right?
That's his nickname for his hair.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a nickname. He said, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so cool. We have so many people creating so many amazing things. Oh my gosh. I just figured out I could create GIFs with to Gemini. Did you see the GIF I did for you? The Bill come out and play?
On the cover of this episode?
No. There, I did a GIF on a comment about the Kill Bill post we did.
Oh no, I didn't see that. No.
You didn't see it? You gotta check it out. So it's you know, it's a movie you haven't seen, right? The Warriors, where there's the main antagonist talking about the Warriors and getting them. He's in the car and he has bottles on his hands and he's tapping them like this, and he say, "Warriors, come out and play," right? Because he's hunting these gang members, and I thought,
I think I did see that. Yeah.
So I put into Gemini a quick prompt about it. It wasn't perfect. I had to edit it a few times, but it made a little video for Bill come out and play, and he had the bottles kind of in his hands, and I was like, "Dang, this is crazy." You know,
it's getting good.
Oh, it's getting nuts. Yeah.
See if I can pull you up and see if I can. Got your X feed.
Yeah, it's on the Kill Bill post. Yeah. And it did the voice and everything, what I told it to say. It's like, I didn't think we were there yet, but apparently we are. And that just goes around to Fro riding the trooper, whatever that thing's called, the trooper bike. Whatever.
Got it. Okay, hold on.
Pause.
Let me see. Let me pull up the X. Share screen.
Yeah.
Bill, come out to play
Not quite the cadence of what the original is,
come
but
out to play
Right.
how the start, you know, look at that.
Oh, it's too good. I love it. I love it when it's not perfect. That's what's funny about it.
You can see the original if you go down a little bit in that post. I put the somebody had already made an original one with Warriors come out and play, so you can kind of see the what I was going for on that.
Is this the Fro and Bro Productions?
Yeah, that too.
Oh, we have
across the boundless dunes of the desert. One man dares to brave the unforgiving landscape, driven by whispers of Elman X treasure. Predators circle overhead.
He's got the Elman X hat.
Is that a
His
Walkman
legs
on the
betray
hip?
him. Physics immediately intervenes.
Oh, it's great.
The desert wilderness tries to assert dominance.
He says, "I'm sorry for the
Undeterred,
next 2 minutes."
he rises, denying
Don't
fate.
be sorry. This is your
With a questionable sense of direction, he follows the smell of unknown origin. Using an advanced technique, he begins to dig.
Is this how they
Progress
build
is
megalithic
slow.
structures, Bro?
Logic is absent. By sheer cosmic accident,
Wow.
success. Striding Thoth,
It's incredible.
Egyptian deity of wisdom and knowledge.
You just dug that out of the sand. Huh?
Dazed and confused, he collapses. It's unclear why, but he begins to dig exactly where he fell.
Weird. It's an omen.
What?
Statistically impossible. He's done it again. Another treasure.
Wow.
Cameo with bust of the goddess Isis. Confidence remains dangerously high. Convinced the treasure is just ahead, he begs the Egyptian gods for help.
Everybody in my house is sick right now. It's ridiculous.
Uh-oh.
They do not answer.
That's why I should have stayed in Phoenix.
He tumbles headfirst, landing on his knees. The funerary mask of Tutankhamen. A ritual celebration begins. The archaeological world is healing.
So what I thought was interesting about that,
That's great. Him and his brother do that, right?
what I thought was interesting about the Tutankhamen mask.
Uh-huh.
I was watching a video yesterday, and they found out that that mask was not made for him. That he just used it, or they used it because he died so suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
So that they corrected some things on the mask. I guess there was some ear hole, like some pierced ears
Mm-hmm.
in the mask, which is like super uncommon for a man in Egypt, right? And they filled them with gold so that it would like, fill in. But it was like pure gold holes basically instead of what was there, instead of hollowed out.
Right.
And then also the chin part broke off, and the inside had a different name that was originally there that they found out by scanning. Now they I guess Egyptologists think that it was now used for it was originally Nefertiti's mask, right? Queen Nefertiti.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know though. I'm thinking that mask might have been even before her, which would be kind of interesting because I know we're getting off topic, but
Right.
if it was not originally for him and it was a mask that was laying around, that doesn't mean that it has to be someone that was already there. It could have been way older too.
Right. Well, I mean, if you want to talk about conspiracies, what about the conspiracy where there's two snakes on the headpiece, when I remember only one growing up? I've never seen two before until recently. Yeah,
he says the mask was for Nefertiti. Yeah, it had the name Nefertiti scratched out, or her actual name. But who knows? Maybe she could have even before that, right?
All right. Maybe it's an X.
Scratched off. You know what I mean? And then put her name in too. We don't know.
Maybe it's an X. You know how you get a tattoo of a girl you're with, and then you scratch it out or try to cover it up. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I think it is the culture of adoption. Not to be too off subject, but I think they adopted a lot of the stuff that they had previously.
Right. Yeah.
Fro says it was all a dream. All a dream.
Used to read Word Up magazine.
Yeah, it's crazy. Technology, man. We're advancing big time.
Yeah.
And like Coolmo says, gifts. Oh, guys, we have so much to discuss. we will discuss it too.
Did you hear that Trump is all these like AI companies gave them the permission to create their own power sources, so they're not bleeding our energy source for the United States? So smart.
That's how it should be. Yeah,
absolutely. So smart.
Because they need so much energy, they might as well create it themselves.
Let them build it, right? Give them, like obviously there's regulations and guidelines, right, that they have to follow. But it's so smart. Like, yeah,
Musk was talking about drawing it from the sun, right?
Sure. I mean, if
he
could do that,
so much freaking energy, the best place would be to draw the sun from outside the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, I know the atmosphere, there's tons of energy. That's another thing that people talk about possibly was happening a long time ago. The gathering of atmospheric energy. There's lots of signs and lots of our buildings that point to that direction. So
right. Yeah. Ancient temples, monuments everywhere. They all point to that. The quartz crystals that they used in everything.
Eiffel Tower. I even think they talk about that being a conduit to atmospheric energy. You know, I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw like images of blimps back in the day, you know, going going to these stations where they connect to power up, you know. Yeah, such it's interesting if you think about those Hindenburg, and you know, obviously that's the blimp to scare everybody away from that thought process, but it's such an efficient kind of way to travel if you think about it, right? The lightning of the object with helium and such, and traveling to different areas with large, like stadium size, like aircrafts that can hold thousands, you know.
Right. Yeah. And then we totally don't even do them anymore.
No, we were showing one video to scare everybody, right? Like, oh, I don't want that to happen. You know, how many plane crashes have there freaking been? Like, we don't stop plane crashes, you know, planes and traveling.
Every time I'm on a plane too, I'm like, dude, this thing, I don't know.
Is this the time? Well, when you see that wing start fucking moving when you're out the window looking, you know, and then you think about like how many thousands of gallons are supposed to be in this wing? Really?
Bring back Zeppelins. Yes.
Really? Exactly. Dude, Zeppelins.
So anything else you want to cover?
No, man. I hope you feel better. I can hear it. It's coming, man.
I know. I gotta get some tea down.
Zinc, vitamin D. Yeah. And nicotine. If you get any nicotine, low dose nicotine patches, that also helps.
Injected it in my throat.
Yeah. Well, it's a patch. You just stick it on you, but however you want to do it.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
All right. Thanks for everyone for joining. We appreciate you.
Great show, everybody.
People, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good today.
All right. See you, everybody. Thanks.